Hello and welcome to this Xeno-Force tutorial video. This one is on leveling up your characters after missions. Now, one of the most fun things about Xeno-Force is the fact that you can use the same characters from mission to mission and level them up between sessions. This process can be a little daunting to start with, but it's one of those things that's really easy when someone shows you how to do it, and so that's the purpose of this video. So, in the rulebook, there's the post-scenario marine advancement section, and I'm going to be working my way through that. So if you've got that handy, then that'll make a lot more sense. So we just follow these instructions through in order. So here we have Dibble. Again, he's been onto a mission, his first mission. He's managed to win 30 points. He was on his own. He's spent his action point. He's clocked up 9 kills. He took a bit of damage in his left arm and a little bit in his torso and his legs. He used 1 grenade as well. So the first thing to do is not quite to rub all this stuff off just yet. We need to work our way through a little bit first. So step 1, work out team honour points. Well, Dibble scored 30 points. You get 10 points for a level 1 mission. So Dibble's team has scored 40 points. So just get a piece of scrap paper. There we go. Well prepared. So he's got 40 points. So 30 that he won and 10 for completing the mission successfully and winning. So everybody gets 10 extra, even if you didn't get any points during the mission, even if you didn't complete any objectives. Step 2, nominate the most valuable Marine. So each player will have 1 most valuable Marine. Well, this player only had Dibble, so Dibble must be the MVM for this player. But the idea is that everybody else decides on who your most valuable Marine is. So you award it on who was the most glorious, who did the bravest thing, who completed the missions, who held off hordes of aliens, or whatever it is, whatever criteria. If a particular Marine did something really cool in the mission, then give them the most valuable Marine. Step 3, find out who the most honourable Marine is. The most honourable Marine is the Marine of the player who scored the most points, i.e. the player who won the game. In this case, Dibble scored 30 points, but another player managed to score 40 points, so Dibble is not the most honourable Marine. The other player's Marine is the most honourable Marine. If you have more than 1 Marine, then it's the team leader of your group, which will be the highest ranking officer, or anybody of your choice if you don't have an officer. So he's not the most valuable. Step 4, write down the number of kills on the record sheet. So this is Dibble's record sheet. This is the basic squaddy upgrade sheet. Mission 1, he's got 9 kills. So we write that there, 9 kills. Step 5, calculate his XP. So he gets experience points, and this is the chart that you're interested in. It's on page 63 of the rulebook. So he survived the mission, so he gets 14 points for that. He was the most valuable Marine, so he gets 6 points for that. He was not the most honourable Marine. Someone else was that. He didn't save anyone from bleeding out. He got 9 kills, which puts him in this bracket, so he gets 16 points for that. The difficulty of the mission, it was a rank 1 mission, so everything's times by 1, so it's the same. And it's not his 3rd mission, so he doesn't get the flat 30 XP bonus. So that makes a total of 2036. And then you can just write that here, so he gets 36 experience points there. Right, the next step is step 6, rolling for serious wounds. So if any character took wound damage, which are these circles here on the character sheet, then they may take a serious wound. If they have an arm or a leg completely lopped off, so if they'd taken this one, bang, 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 so all 3 had been knocked off, then they would definitely take a serious wound because they'd need a new arm. But in this particular case, Dibble only took 2 damage to the left arm. Now to roll a serious wound check, you take a 6-sided dice and you roll it, and you need to get more than the number of circles that you have filled in. So in this case, he's taken a serious wound. So he's taken left arm, serious wound. Okay, just remember that. Right, we've now got everything from the character sheet, so we can rub all of this off. And you can take his character sheet out, because we're going to need that in a bit. So that was step 6. Unfortunately, he took a serious wound in the left arm. If he'd rolled 3 or more, he would not have taken a serious wound and he wouldn't have had to worry about that. To treat a serious wound, you need to look at the reference sheet for marine miscellaneous equipment. It's got there bionic limbs that you can replace your arm with. I don't think it's that serious for Dibble, so we're not going to give him a new limb. Instead, we don't need to grow a replacement limb, we just need to repair a serious wound on the arms, legs or torso. It's his marine rank times by 5. So he's rank 1, so that's 5 points. So he loses 5 points and goes to 35 points instead. So that's out of the points he earned for winning the mission, not his XP. Okay, so we've treated his serious wound there. For you, I wouldn't bother printing these out. They're all available online, so just pull it up on your phone or your tablet in order to see what you need there. Okay, so that's his serious wounds. Treating serious wounds, step 7. Step 8, divide up the remaining honour points. So this 35 points would now be split amongst your team, but my team only has Dibble on, so Dibble's going to get all 35. If you had 2 Marines, you could split it any way you like. You could give 5 to one and 30 to the other, or you could give 12 to one and 23 to the other. You can do it however you like, but Dibble's going to get 35. So there we go, he gets 35 honour points there. Step 9, spend the experience points. So he's got 36 experience points. We've recorded everything from that now onto his sheet, so we don't need that anymore. So this is the chart for spending your experience points. Experience points are spent on all of these things here. Now you can buy improvements which increase all of your abilities. So for instance, you could get extra toughness in the torso, which would fill in 2 more triangles here, or you could get 1 toughness in each arm, there and there. You can buy upgrades to your stats as well, so you could increase his mind score, so he's better at completing missions, or you could increase his action point total, so that you can do more during a mission. You can make him a better shot, etc. You can get training. The training feats are located in another reference document available on the website. There are quite a lot of different types of training, so I'd play a couple of missions before you really go in for lots of different types of training to see what's available. Or you can spend it on abilities. So training is him learning how to use new things, whereas abilities are sort of more inherent, like acid resistance and the ability to regenerate wounds and such like. Is written in here. So we've got 30 experience points. Each of these cost 10. The training feats, most of the ones that are at level 1, all cost about 10 as well. So I think I'm just going to go for some of these first. Well, one of the best ones to take is head toughness, because it just means that you're a lot less likely to just die in one shot. So we take 2 points of head toughness. So on Dibble, we fill in 2 more triangles. So that's 1 point, 2 points. Okay, so that's 10 points I've spent. So I've got 26 left. So I will also take another action point. It's usually good fun. So we'll take an action point. It's a good start, upgrade. Gives you a little bit more versatility in the mission. Right, to take an action point, we need to colour in that star there. So we've got 2 action points now. And on the back of the sheet, you'll see you've got action points here. action points is equal to 1. That's your original score. We've added 1 extra, so now our new score is 2. That's what that little bit's there for. So that's your base value that you start with, that's what your improvements are, and that's your new value that you've got. I think I'm also going to make him a bit better at shooting as well. So we're going to go for point blank and medium range. So take that one there. So just circle it or highlight it or something. Point blank and medium range is there. So that goes to 1, and then that goes to 5. So we've spent 30 experience points. So we've got 6 remaining. Right, we need to make some adjustments to here. So we've already done the action point. We've already done the extra toughness. We just need to change the point blank and medium now. So wherever there's point blank range, that's going to go up by 1. So the point blank on his heavy pistol goes up to an 8. The point blank on his rifle goes up to a 6. And the point blank on his, the medium range on his rifle also goes up to a 6. So there we go. He's a little bit of a better shot at short range now, up to 16 inches. So that's his XP spent. As you do more missions, you will fill in more of these, but this is just the rank 1 squaddy stuff. I'll talk about the specializations in another part of this video. Okay, that was part 9, spending his XP. Part 10 is getting new equipment. So to buy equipment, you use these honor points. Now there are 2 things that you can do with equipment. One is to spend your honor points, and the second is to invest your honor points. If you buy something which involves spending your honor points, they're gone for good. You lose them forever. But if you invest your honor points, then you can always give the thing back and get the points back. So for instance, if you invested 20 points in a new gun, you tried it out for a mission, you didn't like it, you could then switch that for a different gun and get those 20 honor points straight back. So what am I going to do? I've got 35. I think I'm not going to spend them all. I'm just going to go for a targeter. That cost me 10. And I'm going to go for a gyro, and that cost me 10, and they're both at level 1. You'll find both of those on the downloads page on the Xeno-Force website in the reference documents. Targeter and gyro, well, what do? Well, the targeter increases your aim score by 1, so his aim's going to go up from 3 to 4. Both of these are going on his rifle, and the gyro increases his full auto score by 1, so that goes from 3 to 4 as well. And he's spent 20 now, so he's got 15 left, and he's spent 20, like that. Okay, and he's got a total of 9 kills. Right, there are a few other things that I didn't do at the beginning of the game, because sometimes it's just easier to start without worrying about background abilities and things. So this is here, the background ability. I haven't actually rolled one yet. So I'm going to do that now. So you need to look at the abilities list. It's also listed on the section in the rulebook on squaddies, which is page 67. They're all listed there. And you just roll a 10-sided dice. So that's a 1, which means he's got 1 tribal origins. So we can write that there, tribal origins. And that costs no experience points. Your background ability is free. You can actually start mission 1 with it, but I didn't roll it until the end of mission 1. I've also got a free training slot here, which I still haven't used. Now that allows you to, for instance, take heavy weapons training right from the very beginning, or support weapons training. But I haven't decided what I'm going to do with Dibble just at the moment. I think I'm probably going to take him down the support class route. So I might get support weapons training there later, but I haven't decided. So I'm just going to leave that one blank just for the moment and spend it some other time. Right, so he's got tribal origins. On his character sheet, At the back, we can put tribal origins here. So Dibble obviously came from a primitive world before he was recruited into Xeno-Force. And the instructions for tribal origins are re-roll basic attack using a melee weapon, rank divided by 2 rounded up times per game, so that's once per game. So re-roll melee attack, well, it's a basic attack. Once per game. And I just draw a little circle or something next to it, so during the game I can tick that off when I've used it. Okay. As an example of upgrading a character, that's how you can upgrade a character for your first mission. Remember, you're allowed to change your equipment out, so just because we've invested this 20 honor here in the targeter and the gyro, if we wanted to get a sniper rifle or something, we could cash that 20 back in, drop the targeter and gyro and get a sniper rifle instead, which costs 20. So that gets folded up, that goes in there, and then the whole thing just slides back into the plastic wallet, like so. And Dibble is ready for mission 2, especially. You clean him up a bit like that. There we go, that's Dibble. The second part of this video, I'm going to be looking at the advancement beyond level 1. So the squaddy advancement sheet here was simplified just down to the stuff that you could get at level 1, just to make it easier to start playing Xeno-Force. But when you know what you're doing, you can start with one of these sheets from the get-go. Otherwise, when you reach level 2, you're going to need one of these sheets anyway. So when Dibble advances to level 2, all the level 2 stuff isn't on this, so you'll need one of these anyway. This takes you all the way from rank 1 all the way up to the maximum rank, which is rank 5. So everything is on this particular sheet. This portion here are the upgrades, which were located for rank 1. So those correspond to these here. So wound in the T is the torso wound, so that's that one there. 2 wounds in the legs, 2 toughness, in the legs is that one there. There's another 2 toughness in the legs as well, there it is, that you can get, so that's that one there. So as you take these, you can then fill them in over here. So I'm going to bring Dibble up to date on this one. So far he's taken 1 action point, which is that one there. He's taken 2 toughness on the head, which is that one there. And he's taken +1 on point blank and medium range, which is that one there. He's also got an ability, which is Tribal Origins. He still hasn't spent his free training. He's got 36 XP. It's got a little minus there, so he spent 30 of it, which gives him a remainder of 6. He earned 40 honor, but he lost 5, so he's got 35 left because he repaired his arm. He scored 9 kills, so that gives you a total of 9. And he took a serious wound in his left arm. It's worth writing these down to keep a track of their wounds, because it can be amusing looking back to see just how many limbs they've lost over the years. He's got some equipment. He bought a targeter, and he bought a gyro for his rifle. And they were 10 points each. So far he's invested 20 of his 35 honor points, so he's still in the black. Right. What happens next? Well, the training feats are written here. You've got 4 slots at level 1. You've got armor level 1, which you start with, and you've got basic weapon training, which you start with. You get 3 ability slots each level, but the first ability slot is always filled with your free background ability, which goes there. When you get to rank 2, you must have taken any 5 things from this level here in order to progress onto rank 2. To progress onto rank 2, you just need to take anything from rank 2. So take a training, armor training, or another ability that you put in the rank 2 slot, or something that has a minimum rank of 2. But if you fill it in here, then you become rank 2, so you become a support marine. These upgrades, these ones are for wounds, these ones are for toughness. These upgrades cost 20 experience points each. So when you get to rank 2, you can start to increase things like he can get, because he's a support marine, he can get another action point straight away, bringing him up to 3 action points. He can get more point blank and medium range. You can upgrade that twice at rank 2, and parry, dodge, etc. all the way through. Armor training, everybody wants to take armor training, so it doesn't come out of your 4 slots, it's an additional slot which is given for the armor training. When you take armor training level 2, you automatically upgrade your armor. So you'll need to see the equipment section, the armor section of the equipment PDF for that, and that increases the soak on your armor as soon as you take the training. You're just better at using your armor, basically. Right, the final thing to note is that when you are writing an ability in, if you have a rank 2 ability, then it can only go in a rank 2 slot or higher, so rank 3, 4 or 5 slot. You can't write a rank 2 ability in a rank 1 slot, even if you are rank 2 or more. So even if you're rank 5, you can't put a rank 2 ability in here. It has to be in one of these slots here. You can, however, do it the other way round. You can write a rank 1 ability into a higher rank slot. So if I wrote a rank 1 ability, I could put it here if I wanted to. If all of these were full up already, I'd put it here. Okay. If you do have a slot down here, though, you want to put it down there, really. In order to go from level 2 to level 3, you need to have filled in 10 things from here. In order to go from level 3 to level 4, you need to fill in 15 things on this level. And 4 to 5, you need to fill in 20 things from this level before you can go on to there. Now, just because you've moved on to level 2 and you start taking things on level 2, you can still go back and take all of the stuff that you missed on level 1. And that's usually what most people do. They take a few things from level 2, and then because they're earning more XP, they can go back and take the stuff that they weren't so interested in straight away, but just to fill it all out, like all the extra health boxes and things like that. So the last thing to mention then on this sheet is awards. If you take an award, for instance, a lucky charm, that will cost 5 honor. It's on the miscellaneous equipment list, and it gives you a one-off bonus in the mission which cancels a single botch result, essentially. This cost here, though, is a permanent loss of honor. You can never get it back. So you spend the honor rather than investing it, which means that when you buy this, you will lose another 5 points. So you put minus 10 there, and that would become 30 there because you've got a lucky charm. So 5 for the repairing the serious wound to the left arm, and 5 off for the lucky charm would actually mean that was minus 10. So that goes down to 30. So he's only got 30 points to invest now. So the difference, therefore, is that the lucky charm, you're not allowed to cash in to get a bigger gun. So if you got 15 points next turn, next game, and you went up to 45 here, you couldn't cash in your lucky charm to get up to 50 in order to buy a bigger gun. But these you can cash in, which is why that's still at 45. Right, that is the upgrade sheet in a nutshell. Any questions? Post them in the comments. Thank you. Hope you enjoy playing Xeno-Force.